Hello everybody, my name is Owen, or O33 World, and after the last video, we're getting back to the normal type of content. The next paycheck I get, I'm gonna try to get one of those mics, because I know this room is really echoey. Well, it's my bathroom, but we don't talk about that. Anyways, if you would like to see a different setting, let me know down below. But today's yap topic is what to do about bad people. How do you avoid them? How do you do this? I feel kind of stupid choosing a topic to yap about every video because I always go off topic anyways. But I just want to talk in general about bad people. Now, I've been friends with a couple of bad people. I've probably talked about them before. I've been friends with people who just either A, want to take all my attention for nothing in return, or B, just like prey on my downfall and pretend to be my friend. And I'm gonna talk about each of these separately. So A, I can think of two notable people that I've been friends with for a while, and one of them is both A and B, but let's get started. I'm trying to think of a story to tell. I would say, let's take it back a little bit to 2023. Almost 2023 almost being 2 years ago is crazy to me. But anyways, so let's take it back to early 2023. This was probably like my lowest, like the most, like just bad person I've ever been at this time. But, you know, and I won't lie, like that was my fault for putting myself in that position of being such a bad person to others. But it wasn't helped by the fact that I was hanging around people all the time and influenced by people who were doing the same things. But there's your context. So I had been friends with this one girl for a little bit, and when I first met her, she was a completely different person, and she was very nice, and like, you know, I met her when it was just me, her, and her friend, and like she didn't show any red flags. She didn't, you know, she just seemed like a genuine kind person. And we were kind of off and on friends for a little while. And then eventually when the school year started back up, we hung out more and we kind of built a friend group around that. But the thing is that right around the same time we fell in with one like horrible person who got us to do and try a bunch of things that deep down we didn't really want to, but we were doing to be cool. And then that started both of our journeys down. But she showed her true colors through all of this. To this day, I don't know if she was always like this and I just never like saw that side of her, or if she just, her personality changed over time to develop to be more of an asshole. I don't know. But we were good friends for a while, and she had never really shown me any signs that there was like anything that I should be, you know, like concerned about in terms of her behavior. And I remember it all started this one day in like kind of mid 2024, like end of summer, like August or early September, somewhere around that. She got drunk this one night, and me and a couple other friends were at her house, and she got drunk this one night. And then she came to me, and like, she was to the point where she was just saying stuff, right? So she comes up to me, and she's like, I faked our whole friendship just because, you know, I wanted attention and all this and all that. And, you know, call me crazy if you want, but no matter what, like, no matter how intoxicated you are, that's gonna rub me the wrong way. And so I started to really read into it since she said that, and I really thought back to like the last like 6-7 months stretch of us like being like when we became friends again until that point. And I really thought about it, and I was like, you know, I've spent countless gas, just countless money, countless hours, all of this on this person, and she has never really done the same to me, even when, you know, even when I ask for it, she never really does it to me. And I felt really stupid at that point because there had been something that happened in like June or July where half of our friends just out of the blue just ghosted us, just stopped messing with us at all. So at the time, like me and this one other girl were like the only friends she had, but now I felt really puzzled because like she admitted to it and it all added up. And even if what she said she didn't mean, that kind of put it in perspective for me in general, to where I was just like, even if like she doesn't think that like actually like sober, it still seems that way to me regardless, and I think that feeling's valid. So I texted her and I was like, I don't want to be friends with you because one, I'm getting better from the person I was at the beginning of the year, or I'm trying to get better, and I'm still messing up, and I don't think that I can make very much progress with you in my life because you're still in that like period of your life. And I respect that, and I hope you get out of it the same way I did, but I can't be around that, otherwise I'm going to be sucked back into that. Needless to say, she wasn't very understanding. In fact, she went on to text me on Facebook Messenger and just roast me. So that's one person like that. And I feel like after that situation, my energy or like my intuition about that kind of person just like fully formed. Like I'm able to tell now when someone is mimicking that behavior. But before that, I was completely oblivious. So that brings me to person 2, which is both A and B. And I'll talk about the B part now, which is they're just preying on your downfall. So I knew this girl a while ago who I kind of like, I trusted. I really did. And I guess I was in like some kind of situation. It never really went anywhere. It never even really started necessarily. But I was just talking about it like calmly to her. And she didn't like it. And she was like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? Like, blah, blah, blah. You know, just giving me a bunch of stuff to be like second guessing myself and where I've come from. But the thing was, every time I'd hang out with this girl, it would be the complete opposite of what she said. And it got to a point where just that pressure of what she said, I don't want to say that because it would be my fault if I ended things just because of that. But there was other things involved. But part of it was like the pressure of what I said made me really not trust her. And I feel like that's why people say like, oh, when other people get involved, it's doomed to fail, because you start thinking about what other people think, and then that's just, but your relationship isn't their business at all. And so like people, words have power, even thoughts have power if it's your own. Like your thoughts can influence your life in very, very, very heavy ways, but other people's words can influence your life in very, very heavy ways. And also other people's words can influence your thoughts, which can influence, you get it. So with this video, I provide you the information of just being careful, because, you might have something good and someone might come and try to take that away. And someone might come and use up all your resources and then leave you with nothing. And someone might just be preying on your downfall, and you need to learn to not listen to that kind of stuff. Don't pay it any mind, because as much as it would be easy for them to just not say it, there's always going to be people in your life like that. And I'm not talking about rejecting real advice, but when people are just like constantly bringing it up, you don't need to hear it, and it almost seems like they're trying to get involved in what like you have going on in your life, that's when you gotta set that boundary and just be like, look, if you don't want to support me, then you gotta, like, I don't know. Because I feel like that's important, It's always important to have boundaries with every relationship in your life and to have them be crystal clear. That way there's no misconception of when you messed up or, when you were disrespectful to another person. But, it's just, there's always going to be people that are secretly envious of you and yada yada yada. And there's certain things you can do to protect yourself from inheriting like that energy that they're giving you. And one of those things is to not pay it any mind. Like, don't think about it, because the more you think about it, the more it's going to influence your thoughts. But I guess that's just the curse of language and understanding information, you know. But anyways, regardless, just always make sure that, you know, you're most comfortable with yourself and what you think, and put that first before anybody else. Like, it's important almost to know what other people think and to be conscious and aware of that, but at the same time not care what people think, because, you know, you can use it to make your own decisions. But when it gets to a point where it's like putting you in like a depressive state or like just a sticky situation, don't listen to it. Don't give into it. But that's the end of the video. That's all I had to gab about. I'll see y'all later. Peace.